Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. And we're going to start off by checking out this probe, who is proving to be an absolute pain in the ass, but he's got hit a few times, but he's still going, alright? Still going strong, and may end up doing the most important job a probe can do, which is, of course, denying the natural expansion. So we'll see how that goes. He's actually looks like he's going for his own fast natural expansion. He was, but he's going down for a forge now, so that's interesting. Can he build a pylon here? Does manage to do it, so that's completely blocking it. Let's introduce the players. Down the bottom left side, the very, very pissed off Zerg player at the moment is going to be Leenock. He is 18 years old, from South Korea, and he plays for the Yo Flash Wolves team. And his opponent up in the top right side, one of the best, it is going to be HerO. He is 23 years old, from South Korea, and he plays for Team Liquid. And he's just built another pylon at the third base. What a kick in the nuts right there, because of course, the natural response, once your expansion is blocked, you go to the third base, you build there instead, because you're going to need a third base regardless at some point. So might as well just build there, but HerO put the pylon down on the third base instead, and must have cancelled it? I don't know, man. Must have cancelled it or something. So anyway, managed to save that probe though. That annoying little bastard probe is still alive. Maybe going to build a pylon down there. He's got it. We saw his forge go down. Maybe he was thinking about cannon rushing there. You put a pylon and a cannon, then you go up on the high ground. Maybe. But no, I don't think he's going to. And I think this probe is going to die right here. So, a bit unfortunate, but there you go. He's managed to delay Leenock getting his expansions quite severely. And at the same time, his own expansion is now finished. So he's going to have a great economic advantage. Well, as much as you can against a Zerg player anyway. Because Zerg, it's very hard to get any sort of economic advantage against them. Because they can just shoot up a ton of workers very, very, very quickly. So, yeah, good stuff. Leenock has managed to get 2 bases out though, his 2 expansions. They're both building, and he'll really, really start to knock up the economy once they get going. And I don't know if Leenock can really, if HerO can capitalize so much on this, because, yeah, I mean, he's going to have a fair economic advantage for the next 2 or 3 minutes, I'd say. And I don't know if he can do any pressure after 2 or 3 minutes with that increased economy. I really don't know. So he could maybe just pump out a whole ton of gateways. It looks like he's going for a Stargate. So he's going to keep up the pressure, just going to keep on killing the workers, I assume, with an Oracle. I don't know what else he could be thinking of. Phoenix is also a possibility, but my guess would be on the Oracle. So it's just running around in circles chasing these guys. Looks like they're going to try and maybe get in here, but cannon does shoot one of them. So that is not going to be good fun at all. They say this is not the same probe. This probe has a lot more health. So he's going in here. Maybe putting down a pylon over there. Got to start warping in some stuff. See how it goes. Oh, I got rid of the production tab. I always get rid of the production tab and I'm like, what? They're not building anything? Oh, wait, I got rid of it. So yeah, a bit unfortunate. The Ling's coming in here. They are going to be just booing around. They don't have burrows, so they can't really burrow anyway, but looks like Leenock really, really trying to get his position on the economy nice and secure. Boom! That guy just got owned. It's just charbroiled, man. You don't need a barbecue when you have a photon cannon. That's the best way to cook pretty much anything. And Leenock deciding to go for roaches. He's got the economy now to push out with a ton of roaches. He's up to 54. Is he building any more? No, that's, yeah, so he's got a very, very nice economic lead. Down, it's a hard word to say. And now he's going to be pushing out. What did we see come out of that Stargate? Is there anything? He's gone straight to Phoenix, man. He's got 2. Third one on the way. And he's roasted that observer, or that, not that observer, what the hell is it called? The Overlord. There's too many units that start with O in this stupid game, man. I mean, seriously, it's just, so annoying. So anyway, moving on, Mothership Core coming out, bunch of Phoenix coming out, Robotics Facility coming out, maybe some Colossus Tech, maybe some Immortals. Immortals would not be a bad idea right now. Does HerO have any idea that roaches are the main course of the day? That is the question. He sees the roach just as it comes out. Boom. Knows the roaches are out there. Let's see the first immortal start to come out. No, he's going for Void Rays, actually. Going for a Void Ray. I mean, Void Rays are good too. They're a bit more versatile than immortals, and they are still exceptionally good at killing roaches. So, yeah, a Void Ray could be definitely a good idea. Roaches are going to be coming out. Going for the third base. What do we have to deal with them? Pretty much not a lot. He's got not a lot on the ground. He's got one Zealot. That's not going to do him anything. So pretty much the Void Ray is the only thing that's going to be able to take out the roaches. But, man, it is going to be able to take them out. And Leenock really, really going for fast pressure on this third base. He's got out the smallest amount of roaches he can. 6. It's like one wave. And now he's going to be going nuts, going for the pylon. And here we go, the first Void Ray's coming out though, and the Roach is going to be going nuts. The Phoenix is going to be lifting them all up. And so ends the Roach incursion of the 10-minute mark. It was good for a little while. He's actually had to build a cannon out there. He can't build one in there anymore because of course it is surrounded by gateways. I suppose he can get a Warp Prism and drop a pylon in there, but that's a bit crazy. Getting out the first Colossus, so some nice early tech from HerO. And Void Rays out on the field, Phoenix out on the field, Colossus. He's got a lot of versatile units, and he's going to be able to do a lot of stuff. We got Lings coming out for Leenock, deciding that, you know what, all I saw was a Void Ray and a ton of Phoenix. So, you know what? He's not going to be able to deal with the Lings too well. So we do have a single Zealot out there, but that's not really going to be enough. Here we go, the air coming in with an Observer, going to be receding the creep. The Ling's going to be coming on in. Not really doing too much. I suppose they didn't want to be engaging that cannon right there. So just going to be running away. And this force actually going in pretty hard right here. Probably going to be able to take out the Roach one, and that's going to be pretty huge. I mean, he was hitting a bunch of Lings out there, but definitely. Oh, the first Hydra coming out on the map. And the Void Ray, is not going to be a good position. I mean, Void Rays can be okay versus Hydras, but not when there's that many Hydras. When there's that many Hydras, you just run. You just run and you do not look back. So there we go, the Hydra's coming out. Momentarily going to be stumping HerO. He's going to have to think of something. But wait, he's already got a counter for the Hydras in the Colossus, but that does mean he's going to have to jump back to a mainly ground-based army. So the air tech, not going to be so much more. He needs the Colossus, and of course to use the Colossus you need something as a buffer zone, which means a lot more Zealots, a lot more Stalkers, a lot more Sentries, which means a lot more Gateways. As you can see, the Gateways coming out there. So yeah, good stuff. He's even got a Phoenix spotting this out. So he knows about the fourth base, and that is going to have a target placed on it as soon as he can deal with these forces right here. Managing to force field a fair amount of them, and that's half of the army that just died right there. So great job there by HerO. Just bisecting that army very, very neatly. He could have been a doctor with the way he did that. And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So we've got a couple more gateways coming up there. And we're going to have a whole bunch of units coming out. The gateways has been marked off the edge. But I really wish they would just wrap around. But there we go. The remaining forces are going to be going in there. We got Phoenix. Oh yeah, they just exploded, man. Just little bits and pieces are all that's left. The pylon, he morphed back there like 10 years ago. And I can't believe that Leenock has still not seen it. I think he's seen it now, actually. Yeah, has he? Has he? He does know it's there. He just hasn't done anything about it yet. Oh, and look at this nice attack. He may have it here. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. The main forces are not yet in range, and HerO is going to be getting away with it, leaving the Hallucinated Phoenix for last. Great job there with the Hallucinated Phoenix. Got a beautiful force field, and that's going to be a clean break there. And with not, I mean, he hasn't got that much creep on the field. So the ability for Leenock to really chase down these forces as they're retreating, not that good. And as an absolutely fantastic sniper, that fourth base. One of the best snipes I've ever seen. Just walked in. He didn't have a ton of damage, but he had enough damage to do what he needed to do. And he took the correct steps to make sure that he could not be pursued. And here we go, moving out. Bunch of Lings coming in, but a bit too much Colossus damage for them to be worried about. However, this base is quite wide open if he decides to go for it. He's going to be yanking out some Colossus though, and that is not good. Oh, both of the main Colossus going down in a very, very bad way. The Void Rays are really knocking out a whole ton of units though, and that is not going to be good for HerO right there. Losing 2 Colossus. Oh man, man. So he's not in a good position anymore. He's still got enough to deal with this army, but if a crap load of Lings start showing up, he's going to be in trouble. He's got Zealot Lings, so he buffs up the Zealot numbers right now. He could be in a good position, and here comes the Mutas. So we're officially on Muta Ling territory right here. But HerO, of course, I mean, he's had Phoenix for like a million years, so I don't think he's going to be worried about the Mutas at all. He's got the bare bones Muta counter already in his position, and you see the Muta, so you can instantly see 3 more Phoenix are being built right there. So excellent. I think HerO is going to be fine dealing with the Mutaling right here. Although these, man, there's sneaky pylons. You don't think he's been doing anything with them. The Warp Prism's coming around and he's just like, oh dude, that was a fail right there. That was a fail. You don't often see a fail from players like HerO, players of HerO's caliber, but we saw one right there. That Warp Prism should have been redirected, but boom, just kept on going in. And man, I don't know, we all make mistakes, and that was definitely a mistake. So yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so Zealots, man, they thought they could do something, but a very decent amount of force is going to be chasing them away. And HerO's building up the Colossus still, but it looks like he's got a lot in the Mortal and the Void Ray. Both units of which, of course, are absolutely horrendously bad at dealing with Lings. So he's going to need to bulk up his Zealot forces until the Colossus numbers really get up there. And the Phoenix army is going very good. So Leenock's obviously feeling like Mutaling straight up is not going to be a good idea. He's getting some Corruptors, and Corruptors are a fairly good idea, maybe. They're going to get owned by the Void Rays. I mean, that's the thing. If he bunches up his Mutas and his Corruptors, you're going to do very well against the Phoenix, but the Void Rays will start owning him. So it's going to be that dual tier air versus air sort of battle thing going on. Yanking in the Phoenix. Phoenix, of course, love to keep the range away. The Void Rays are going nuts, but the Void Rays need to be going nuts on the Corruptors, not on the Mutas. Mutas can own Void Rays quite effectively if they can get in range, and there's definitely a ton of Mutas here. Fair number of Corruptors, a fair number of Vipers. The Colossus coming in. That is not a good fight for the Colossus to be in. HerO, move your Colossus away. He's not doing it. Oh, another small mistake there, but then again, he's probably worried about this battle going on here. Couple of gateways are going to be going down. The Zealot's going to try and defuse this situation, but just so many Roaches, so many Hydras here. And Hydras are, of course, very good at destroying the Zealots. Meanwhile, the Zealots going in, and they've found a relatively undefended base. Do manage to take it out. They might manage to take out some workers as well before Leenock takes them out with the Mutas coming in. He's got a ton of Mutas here. Really pushing hard on the Muta numbers. And HerO, man, he's got to get a ton of Phoenix, and he's got to make sure that they do not get owned by the Corruptors, which we saw before. So here we go, ton of Corruptors coming in here, though, a bunch of Vipers as well. And the air army for Leenock starting to look very scary. He's got 1 attack on these Mutas, 1 attack, no armor as of yet. He's not really going for armor, he's going for level 2 attack. And here we go, the Phoenix army coming out, but they need Void Ray support. They need something to deal with the Corruptors, because there's just so many Corruptors, and he's putting all of his energy into building the Phoenix right now, but he's going to need something to deal with those Corruptors. If he can't deal with that Corruptor army, he is going to be boned. And then of course we have the Broodlords. I mean, you got this many Corruptors. Broodlords are a very good idea, and I would not be surprised to see some Broodlords coming out in the near future. But I mean, he's got to get a 4th base out first. He's got to be able to get a 4th base. He's got to be able to hold it. He's got to get that crazy 4-base Zerg economy going, because right now all he's got is the 3-base Zerg economy, and it's not doing them as much as he would like. And meanwhile, HerO is on 4 bases. Oh, beautiful Storm there. He's managed to get Storms out as well. And the Phoenix coming around. If they can just knock out the Mutas, that will be good. He's got to stay away from the Corruptors, though. So the Phoenix have to stay away from the Corruptors, but they can take pot shots at the Mutas and even at the Corruptors if they're in a good position. Now, Void Rays are out, and the Phoenix, man, they're doing alright. Oh, the Corruptor's turning around, so the Phoenix is going to be a little bit skittish. The Void Rays, they do not care. They're just going to go in for the Corruptors. They move so slow, they might as well just go for it. It's an attack move, and he's got the rest of the army out as well. Sentry is not going to be too helpful. The High Templar, though, could definitely be helpful if they get a couple of storms off on here. But, oh, yanking in a Phoenix. He needs to yank in the Void Rays, man. If he takes out the Void Rays, then there is nothing at all that will stop the Corruptors from just overwhelming this entire force, because the only thing stopping from Mutas from owning everything is the Phoenix, and Phoenix just gets owned by the Corruptors. So here we go. He's continuing just to build Phoenix, though, not building any Void Rays at all. But I think Void Rays might be quite an essential bit of tech in this army. The Phoenix is going to have to keep trying to force these Mutas away. Nice storms coming down from HerO. But he's got to keep the Phoenix sort of on rear patrol, because of course these forces are not fast enough to get away from the Mutas by themselves. So here we go. Going for a 5th base. That's going to get shut down ASAP. No way that HerO can really defend that. He's sending out a bunch of Zealots. I'm not sure how smart this is considering the amount of roaches in this army. I really don't know. Oh, beautiful storms coming down. It's still going to get wasted though here, because I mean it's just roaches. It's very, very hard to deal with roaches when you just have Zealots. You need the Stalkers to back them up as well, and if possible, stuff like Immortals to really back them up. But here we go. Leenock going in some different tech. He's got level 3 weapons on the way. He's also getting out a couple of Infestors. We'll see if these guys can really do anything. The Zealot's going to be moving in here. The Lings are going to get roasted out. I don't think the Roach are going to have too much troubles, especially if the Muta's coming in. And here we go, the Phoenix, man, going to be chasing the Mutas. They must have the upgrade, the Phoenix range upgrade. There we do, so he's got the fleet beacon down for that. And now the Phoenix have approximately the same range as the Corruptors, so they can almost start kiting them. Here we go, Void Ray coming out, attacking the Corruptors, but obviously a single Void Ray is not going to be enough. And HerO, is he going to go for more Void Ray focus right here? I mean, the Muta numbers are starting to get really shredded down. The Corruptor numbers are starting to get very, very huge. But then again, Leenock continuing to build a massive, massive, massive amount of Mutas. He loves his Muta-Corruptor combination. And after the 3 weapons are done for the air, I assume he's just going to go for some armor. Here we go, Zealots coming in. Relatively little being done here. The Roaches are going to take ages to get out there, and the Lings are just going to get owned. So great job. And this base, is he going to cancel it? No, he's not going to cancel it. He's just going to let it go down, and that's not good. I think this base is going to go down. He's sending in a ton of Lings. I don't know if they can do it. There's a lot of Ling DPS here actually. They may be able to make it happen. And here we go, the Zealot's going down. It's so close, manages to destroy it at the very, very, very last second. Great job there. And here comes the army, the Colossus coming down. I don't know about the Colossus then. There's like 10 billion Corruptors. I don't think the Colossus is a great idea here. But he is going to be taking out this base. Meanwhile, the Muta's coming in here. There's a fair amount of cannons. There's a fair amount of High Templar. Come on, HerO, wake up. Your High Templars are about to go down. His High Templars get sniped by the Mutas before a single storm can be launched, and the drones are all going to get owned, or the probes anyway. And so we got a base taken out here. I think he managed to save most of his workers, though. He can't say the same for HerO. He lost a ton of workers there. He had a pretty decent worker advantage, not so much anymore. Those worker numbers really went down. And here we go into the main base, where unfortunately he does not have a lot, and he's going to continue losing a ton of units here. He's not in a good position to really knock these guys away. He needs to get his Phoenix in position, but he does not have it. And there we go, the Stargaze being unpowered, not being destroyed though, which is fairly good, but being unpowered, still a very, very bad idea. The Void Rays are coming out. They're not doing a bad job, but they are getting just owned by the Mutas. And I feel like the Corruptor numbers right now are just so huge that he really just needs just a phenomenal amount of Void Rays to have any chance of dealing with them. I mean, he may even just decide to go balls on with the Phoenix to the Corruptors. You've got so many Phoenix, but I feel like that probably wouldn't be a good idea, because the Corruptors still able to just do so much damage to the Phoenix. I mean, we got, how many? We got 14 Phoenix versus 10 Corruptors and 23 Mutas. So the Mutas by far will get owned by the Phoenix. No doubt about that. The Corruptors though, 10 Corruptors versus 14 Phoenix, there's definitely a possibility that's not going to help. Oh, the Hive, man. I don't think he's going to be able to do this, but he definitely took some other stuff out here. So interesting to see what sort of buildings he took out. There's no display for buildings lost, unfortunately, so we can't check that out. But yeah, here we go. The main Phoenix force coming out. What can they do? They can definitely kill that Queen. That's definitely a possibility. But I like to see him take out the Phoenix, go for a bit more of an aggressive sort of stance. really pushing out there. The looks like he's going to try and trap him in here. But the Phoenix so fast, they can just get away there. And a bunch of Stalkers going in. Not a lot of DPS for HerO here. But they're relatively unmolested right now. So he can possibly... No, he's not going to be able to have enough to take it out there. The Mutas are going to be coming on in. And the Stalkers are going to die quite badly. HerO deciding that Archons are a very, very good idea. And I've got to say, I totally agree with you, HerO. Against Muta Corruptor, Archons are beautiful. They are so beautiful. Nice storm coming down. The Archons, of course, able to shred Mutas like you would not believe. And, I mean, Corruptors can't attack ground. So, yeah, the Archons are the way to go right now. And I really feel like a huge Archon army would just be so, so good, man. So good. I mean, Leenock can always go for a ton of roaches. Try and make that work against the Archons, but that's not the best idea. I mean, I don't really know what the optimal Zerg counter for Archons is, because of course Zergs are biological and Archons do massive splash damage versus all biologicals. I mean Ultras and Archons are kind of even up. They're kind of the closest you can get to an even match. I mean, Broodlords are good as well, but Broodlords are good against anything on ground, so... Yeah, I don't know. Muta's doing a great job here, but this base is pretty much mined out. Oh, the Muta's going down for the 4th base. This could be big, man. I mean, HerO doesn't have a ton of workers. If he loses all of these guys, nice storms coming down, and this is going to dissuade the Mutas enough to get out of there. Oh, getting some beautiful fungus off on the Phoenix. They can no longer run, and the Corruptors are getting dug into them. But meanwhile, the Archons, 6-7 Archons coming in here, and... Leenock choosing to engage. You got the beautiful fungus off on the Phoenix, was absolutely shredding him down, but didn't see the real threat, and the real threat was the Archons. And oh man, everything just got destroyed there. Everything just got annihilated, and that's it, man. Leenock lost his entire army pretty much. He's just lost everything. 8 Mutas, 5 Corruptors, boom, everything died. And let's actually go back and look at that. Just that last little bit where the Archons destroyed everything. I want to see that in a bit more detail. Alright, so we're over here. Let's check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, here we go. There we get in the infestors. They're going to pop up any second. And look at all these Mutas, man, coming in here. The Archons just go nuts. Everything falls apart, man. Look at how fast those Mutas started dying. They thought they had a good play with the Phoenix, with fungling the Phoenix, but the Archons just came out of nowhere and everything just got destroyed. So Leenock, he should have ran, he didn't, everything got destroyed. And there we go, beautiful, beautiful job by HerO, winning that game, getting the beautiful counter out in the Archons late in the game and making it work. So, alright, good stuff. Thank you very much for watching this game. This has been HerO Muppet, and I hope you enjoyed this game. Stay tuned for another one tomorrow.